Hi, it's Cindy, and I'm coming to you from high atop the second floor of my media empire. Just kidding, it's my house. I thought I was going to try to do with no glasses, then I won't get the glare. I thought I'd give you a little update, just kind of talk to you a little bit. I've sent out a couple of posts, so I thought I'd give you a break and you can just listen or watch. But I thought I just wanted to like say hey and thank you. A lot of wonderful comments and support have come to me through you in the last couple of weeks, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, I just wanted to like say hello, let you know I was still here. A few weeks ago, March Friday the 13th, I wrote about the upcoming weeks, and there was a lot of travel and a lot of family and wonderful family time and the writers conference. Irma Bombeck, did I mention I was going to be there? Look, I mean, duh. So I just thought it would be nice to say hello and let you know I'm back and see if there's anything you need and just update you on a few things that have happened. And then I'm just going to call it a day, right? I mean, who needs 20-minute, 30-minute videos? Let's just say hello and, you know, update and then go take a nap, right? So well, the first thing I want to talk about, there's just a couple of things. One of the things is I just finished a book club. I was invited to be at the book club because they read my book, True Confessions of an Ambivalent Caregiver, and it was amazing. In a word, amazing. The readers were thoughtful. They were generous in their compliments. They were earnest in their questions. They asked really good things. They gave me feedback about how it was written. A memoir and essays is a little bit different than picking up a memoir and reading from like I was born to yesterday at lunch. So it was good feedback about writing more books. And it was and everybody was just really lovely and thoughtful and generous and honest about their own caregiving situations. And it gave me an opportunity to talk a little bit about when I was on the Where We Live show. I think that might have been a couple of months ago. I think in February. I There was another writer, Sue Lloyd Davies, who had just written a book, Pinky's Turnabout, and it was about. I think she's 11. The protagonist is an 11-year-old girl who is essentially a caregiver for her grandmother. And when she was talking about it, it occurred to me that, like Luca was essentially a caregiver when my dad was with us, and we would Luca was at camp and I'd have to pick him up. I had my dad with me, or if my dad needed to go to an appointment and we were looking after Luca, he came with me, and Luca had to be aware of how to walk in the door with him and help me carry some stuff because I couldn't carry everything, and to make sure his cane was in reach and all those things. And it never occurred to me that Luca acted as a caregiver at that time. And it came up because we just talk so little about the caregiver role and who takes it on and who thrusts it upon us and how we manage it and how we talk about it. So it was a really good way to talk about it. And I probably, you know me, I'm probably right about it a little bit. So look for that. But it was nice to talk about the different ways that we are caregivers in our loved ones' lives and how we are able to share that lived experience with others. And of course, writing is one way, but talking about it is another, being in a group or just being able to express your feelings about it. So I wanted to share that with you because I thought that was so interesting to come to that realization about Luca. Um, but of course, the other part of caregiving that came up is the grief that's experienced in caregiving. And that's when I started discovering I was feeling not just the grief at the loss of my mother or the illness and deterioration of my sister, but the loss of my dad for who he was. for all his life, all my life, as my dad, as like reliable Warren Eastman, the guy who was there for everything, could fix anything, he was there. Um, so it's that's when I realized that I was experiencing a form of grief, which I've come to realize is called anticipatory grief. And the grief and the caregiving, both kind of taboo topics, uh, come together quite often. And so we talked a little bit about that too. And it was a great experience. I don't know if all you writers out there or authors, if you go to book clubs all the time, it's great, right? They really like having you, and they're very nice to talk to. So that was really fun to do. And so yeah, I'll come to yours if you have a book club. I'll come. Honestly, it was so much fun. Um, and then the other thing, this is kind of fun. The other thing I just noticed scrolling through social media is uh, Flip Flops After 50 is 12 years old. Look at her. She's just been. Look at her. Look at she looks like 112. um, but I posted that is I don't know when I posted, but I said I thought she'd have a sibling now, and she does. She has two siblings, so good for her. Good for Flip Flops After 50. And yes, I did think I was going to write a book about 60. I was actually going to call it Sex After 60 and Other Myths of Aging. I remembered to write down or forgot to write down or something like that. The title could use some work. I know. Sorry. Give me a suggestions. So I was going to write that. But it felt good to kind of come across that and know that there's just in this life with so much to go through and to bear and to understand and try to make sense of. It's so nice for me to be able to still recognize the love and the comfort and the support that comes my way. Like maybe that's the theme of this whole vidcast, is that I'm grateful. I am really grateful for all the support, all the kind words, reading the books, sending me messages, all the little hearts. Thank you so much for doing all that. And if you need anything, I'm still doing workshops and classes and stuff, but I'm not going to talk about that now. Let me know. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you need anything. And yeah, I'll be back at the old essay writing next week, or maybe I'll do a podcast. Where I just talk. I don't know. Maybe you're tired of listening to me talk, which I'll stop doing now. Okay. Have a beautiful spring day, and stay in touch. Bye.